hope.
Yes.
When I am reminded of a word, y'all didn't hear me. When I remember there is a word and there is a God, it reminds me that no matter what it looked like, no matter what it feels like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what tried to hold you bound or oppress or try to keep you crying or keep you in sadness or depression, when I am reminded of God, that there is a God that gives me hope. As long as my Redeemer lives, there is hope. Death couldn't hold him bound because I know he lives. I can face tomorrow because he lives. That means that if he lives, we live. And if he lives, nothing can hold you back. Turn to your neighbor and say, not even busted and disgusted. Oh God, sad, crying, and can't eat. That's a lot of sorrow. Oh, he says that. He said, watch here in verse 18, and I said, my strength and my hope has perished. This is someone that their strength is gone, their hope is gone, and it has perished, it died. You have so much trouble and you feed into your trouble and feed into your problem, it will have you and it will kill your happiness, it will kill your joy, it will kill your desire to live. I'm here to tell somebody, don't let your problems have you. It's time for you to have your problem. I'm here to tell somebody, I said this on Facebook this week, you got more than enough Jesus in you to make it. Jesus is more than enough. Jesus is bigger than your problem. Jesus is bigger than your sickness. Jesus is bigger than your job. Jesus is bigger than your situation. Turn to your neighbor and say, Jesus is big. And roaming the wormwood and the gall, my soul still remembers sinks within me. This was somebody going into a deep depression. It sinks within you. You cannot allow your problems and your situation to bring you down into a depression. You have to have a fight in you. Y'all didn't hear me? You gotta get desperate back to life. You can't let your problem have you so bad that you're in bed all day. You want to isolate yourself. Do you understand? Everybody that want to commit suicide, it always starts with isolation.
Yes, it does.
If the enemy could get you isolated in a corner by yourself, you're going to drown in sorrow. You're going to drown yourself in your situation. You cannot allow your problem or your situation to have you losing hope. You can lose people, but don't lose hope. I can lose my job, but I ain't losing hope. I can lose everything, and I mean everything, and I will not lose hope. God, he said, great is thy faithfulness. New mercies I see, even when I mess up. Oh, he's a God that will turn me around. He will do a detour and redirect you in the right track. That's what I love about God. That expectation is always so much in people.
Yes. Come on, Pastor.
The word here says that my expectation is from God alone. God is the only one that stands by his word through good times and bad times, rough times, difficult times. No matter how bad it is, he's a God. He's a covenant making God, keeping his covenant to them that love him. No matter how bad it is or how dirty you are, he will always keep his expectation towards you. That's why you're not supposed to build your expectation in man. What causes us to give up and quit, and I'm going to speak on behalf of all pastors. People expect pastors' expectation is up on a pedestal as if they are God.
Come on.
I'm going to preach this thing. As if they make no error.
Come on.
As if they make no mistake. So this is what happened and caused the church to get empty sometimes. Your expectation is so high in a man, once he slip and fall, well, I'm not going no more. I got a news announcement to make. The pastor, the man of God, or the woman of God is not God.
That's right. That's right.
They're going to slip and fall and bust certain way. Yes, there is a level of life you gotta live, but the expectation have you walking on eggshell. You can't breathe, you can't walk, and if you single, you can't date. You can't turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, the devil is a liar. I'm speaking on behalf of all the pastors and the bishop. They have a life.
Yes,
And they're entitled to have a... Oh, did I just preach? So keep your expectation on God and God alone. Oh, y'all want to talk to me? Y'all picked the wrong Sunday because I'm about to kill a demon right now. Stop trying to use man that mess up every day just like you as an excuse not to do what's right. So when your expectation is in a man and they fail you, or they cannot meet your expectation, you give up on hope. Am I preaching good?
Yes.
So my expectation, what causes relationships to break up? What causes friendships to break up? Because something happened between one or the other. Some expectation wasn't met. And human beings, we are a selfish being. The person could have done 100 things for me, and the day I can't do it or she can't do it for me, I get mad at her as if she is a robot, have to do everything all the time, every minute, every day. People get tired coming to me, telling me what people expect of them, how much scriptures they need to know, how much this they need to know, how much that they supposed to know. Could you imagine if God kept a record before he blessed us?
Hey! Come on, Pastor!
We would all be cursed. Y'all didn't hear me. If God kept a record the way man and human being kept a record on people, we all would be dead. Y'all don't want to talk to me. But he said, great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy mercy new every day.
Come on.
When my expectations come from the Lord, he becomes my rock. I become grounded. I become rooted. Nothing can move me. And it says, I shall not be moved. Anything moves the church now. Anything moves the body. Because he is not your expectation. It says, when the Lord becomes your expectation, he becomes your pillar. He becomes your rock. Nothing can shake you. Nothing can move you. Not no gossip. Not no rolling eye. Not no losing your job. Not no losing no money. What can separate us from the love of God? So think I'm crazy if you want. I'm going to believe everything I don't see. All I need is to receive it in my spirit, and I have hope. I have hope in what I don't see. That is true hope. Y'all didn't hear me. The next scripture says, and this was a testimony for the elders that was here before us. In Hebrew 11:6, it says, but without faith, it is impossible. It is impossible to please God. I don't care how much you dance and shout. If you ain't got faith, you're not impressing God. Without faith, my God Almighty, it is impossible. It is not possible. You can know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. If you don't have faith, it is impossible to make yourself look good in front of God. Without faith, it is not possible. You can't do enough to make him believe you believe in him. Faith is what makes you pick up and say, I'm not quitting. Faith is what makes you say, I'm not turning around. Faith is what makes you say, I come too far to give up now. It is faith that is inside of you. It is faith that sustains you even when you gotta weather a storm by yourself. It is faith that keeps you pulling. It is faith when people looking at you crazy and think you don't know what you're doing. Act like you don't know what you're doing. You crazy doing what you're doing, Pastor. You gotta turn around and be able to talk to yourself. Lord, what you say to do? I gotta have enough faith where everybody is a naysayer and I'm a still goer. Faith is, you can't have faith expecting to hold on to others. What are you saying, Pastor? Sometimes every human being reach a point where they get weary, where they get weak, where they get faint. When your partner get faint, when your spouse get faint, where your loved one get faint, you have to be able to have enough faith that sustain you enough. That say, I'm going to keep going. Y'all didn't hear me. You got to have enough faith that where the enemy is pulling them, he's not pulling you.
Yes.
That's right.
Come on.
Y'all don't want to hear me. You got to have enough faith in you that can help you pull up and pick up and keep going when you don't feel like going, that you keep going and you keep going and you keep working your ground until you see the promise. You keep going until you keep going, until you keep going, until you keep going. I don't know, imagine being Abraham. God tells you to pick up and move. Here you go. God told you. But what I love about God, God shows no partiality. He said the same God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac. He said that he picked up and he went and he put his tent and he just waited.
Come on.
Do you have enough faith for God to tell you to wait 20 years right here and not move? Do you have enough faith to sustain you to just sit right there on that rock where you don't see a land or a builder, you don't see a contractor, you don't see no founder, you don't